Hello, hello. Hey, Christina. You're the first one on. How are you doing today? Hello, Terry. Happy Saturday. Happy Easter weekend. It feels weird doing like Mother's Day cards on, or I guess these could be used for anything, but that kind of feeling over Easter weekend. Hello, everyone. As you jump on, please say hi. If you're new, let us know, and let us know where you're from. Hey, Cheryl. You're not new, Cheryl. No, I'm just kidding with you. You can tell everybody where you're from. There's a good portion of us that are from the OKC metro. Hello, hello. Okay, let's see. As you guys join, please say hi. If you're new, let us know that you're new and where you're from. Hey, Brenda. No, I'm totally teasing you, Cheryl. That is fine. Anyone can say where they're from. Hello, Martha. Okay, so we are doing the monthly class today, and we're going to be doing the Hydrangea set. So for those of you that didn't purchase the kit, you'll have some fun learning how to do some new things maybe, and for those of you that did purchase the kit, hopefully you can follow along pretty well. Hey, Eliza. I wish you were on here more often. No pressure. So, okay. So if anybody is on and doesn't know me, my name is Jeri Mobley. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and you can reach me at my cell phone. Feel free to text me anytime, or you can go to my website and you can shop there. You can look at some different things there. I am working on making it better, and I'm hoping to one day have a blog. But in the meantime, I have started a YouTube channel. It is Shameless Stamper as well. The replays of the videos I do here that are live on Facebook will go there, but also I'm going to try to post other videos there as well. So if you would do me the great honor of going and subscribing and clicking the bell to remind you anytime that I have posted, I would appreciate that so much. Also, please like this Facebook page because that helps me as well. And I think there's a way to get reminders there too. So if that helps you out. Just in case, for those of you that don't know, if you're watching later, this was a live, but if you're watching later, I won't be able to respond to you right away, but that doesn't mean you can't comment. Please do, because I do drawings for up to a week. Any comments that are added get in the drawing the following week. My schedule is Fridays and Saturdays at this time at 2 p.m. Central. So I will be adding some stuff later, hopefully, but for right now, this is my current schedule, doing Crafting Organizing 101, Fun Fold Friday, Paper Crafting 101, and Advanced Paper Crafting on Fridays. I do my monthly class, my Paper Pumpkin with alternatives, my monthly club, drawing and extra card and paper shares, kit classes, and mystery stamping type things on Saturdays. So that is my schedule. Please join me every Friday and Saturday at 2 p.m. I would love to have you. And today we are doing my monthly class, and it is the Hydrangea Hill. So that is, where did I put it? Find it. That is the Hydrangea Hill suite from the spring, oops, I can't even put this in screen. Okay, from the spring catalog, the 2021 mini catalog, and this is the suite Hydrangea Hill, and it has a wonderful stamp set and die set, which are right here. So we have Hydrangea Haven, and these are much smaller in the picture than they actually are. You can kind of see that there. And also the dies that go with them, which are wonderful. So we have that bundle that we'll be using. This suite also includes the pastel pearls, which I adore, the ribbon, which is the gorgeous grape, adore, the mercury glass, adore. These are all going to be in the new catalog. Yay! I'm so glad. Obviously, our Hydrangea Designer Series paper is not continuing because we rarely ever hold any Designer Series paper over. We do have one that's holding over from the previous catalog this year, but that's it. So anyway, so that's what's in the suite. And okay, so I'm going to move these so that we can talk about some other things here. Okay, so we'll be doing the 3 cards you just saw today, as well as a layout that goes with the set. But before I get started, I wanted to show you guys a little sneak peek. This is the beautiful annual catalog. I can't open it on TV yet, but as soon as I can, I promise I will. Also, on the 6th, everybody put that on your calendar, on the 6th, I am getting my premiere order in. So my pre-order in, so I will be able to show you some of the products that I have, that at least the ones that I've purchased thus far. I will showing you some of those then. So, but isn't this beautiful? I love this paper. I cannot wait to get it. Unfortunately, it's not in that order, but we can only get some things right now, so we can't get everything. But yeah, this is gorgeous, and it is DSP that looks like alcohol inked paper, and it has gold foil going through it, which is just beautiful. It is stunning, actually. And I already got one free stamp set from them as well. I do have one bundle that they released early, the Butterfly Brilliance, I believe is what it's called. But other than that, this is the first stamp set I've gotten from them, and I got this for free because I'm going to an event. But anyway, so this is called Etched in Nature. It's really cute. So I like the moth. I don't know if that's a moth or a butterfly. It looks like a moth. I think it's a moth. Anyway, and the mushrooms. So that is the new catalog. I'm very excited to show you guys some of the new products. And as of May 4th, I will be able to open it up and we can do a walkthrough. If you are interested in doing a paper share party, along with that, I will be doing my paper share. This is the flyer for that. It is $65. If you want the specialty paper, it is an additional $8. And then you can buy the stamp or the bundle from me, which is the pansy, what is it called? I just lost it. It's a pansy one. And that is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm doing free shipping for that. So that's really nice. You get to save on shipping with that. So, and this is more than a regular paper share. You get all of the regular paper share stuff, which is a quarter of every single pack. And there's 16 new DSPs in our catalog. That's 180 sheets of 6x6 paper. It's a great value. But beyond that, you are going to get 10 card kits, and we're going to do them and put them together on video, which is going to be so much fun. And then I also do a fun little party where we get on and do prizes and things like that. This is on Zoom. I'm probably going to be doing it on Facebook because I know not everybody's familiar with Zoom, so I'm going to probably change that. But Anyway, so reservations need to be made by the 3rd. Please make them to this number. Just text me and let me know if you're interested and what you're interested in. So that's going to be really fun. So that's all the stuff about the new catalog. Oh my goodness, there's so much to share with you today. Okay, so beyond the bundle, which I've already shown you that we're using today, I did use Stitch So Sweetly and the Hippo Friends dies for some of these shapes. And I did use 2 of our embossing folders, Meadow Moments, which is just adorable. That is on the layout. And then Scripty, which is on one of the cards and the layout. So, and don't forget, we have drawings at the end. So excited to do those with you. And let's get started. Okay, so you're going to want a couple of things with you if you're working with us today, because there's some things we're going to be doing that you're probably not used to doing. I recommend having a silicone mat. We do have one with Stampin' Up! If you're interested in that. And some scratch paper. So you can use anything for your scratch paper, just for stamping on and such. So those are things you may not normally have beside you that you're going to want to have beside you. I'm using 3 inks today. I'm using Highland Heather, Old Olive, and Seaside Spray. You could get away with Pear Pizzazz and Gorgeous Grape in place of these 2 if you need to do a different one, and I'll kind of mention that a little bit. So these are the 3 inks that I'm using. All right, so let's get out the card kit. So here is Cheryl's card kit. I use her card kits. And I'm packing them differently now. So you received a card kit like this with your name on it. And you just want to pull everything out. Hopefully it'll come out. It's really tight in there this time. This is going to be used for all of your projects. So some of you are going to have less because you only did the cards, and those of you that did the layout, you'll have more in there. Okay, so the first 2 cards are the first project, the middle 2 cards are the second, and then the last 2 cards are the third project. We're only going to do 1 of each, so it makes it easy for me to just do this, and for you as well if you want to try to do 1 at a time with me. Also in here are the Hydrangea Hill PDFs, and this includes all of the products I use, tools you may want to use, and then each of the recipe cards for the cards. The layout one we'll see in a minute. I'm going to set this aside. Okay. Whoops, I got these in backwards order. Okay, so that said, let me check here. I want to catch up with comments because I've been talking, and I think I missed some stuff. So let me see. I know I love the card colors too. You made it, Renee. Terry shared. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it when you like or love the video, when you share the video. All of those things help me out, so I really do appreciate that. Hey Beth, yes, it is very springy. Yep, exactly, Renee. That's what I said. I was like, oh, it's a moth. It has fuzzy antenna. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, somebody commented, pull it down. Okay. You're listening while going through a car wash. Awesome, Brenda. Like age card kit. I'm not sure, Beth. I like age card kit. I'm not sure what that means. So please maybe retype. I think you maybe typoed or it corrected you. Okay. Yes, I do, Terry. I know way in advance. I have to design everything pretty far in advance, and you have to sign up a month in advance. So yeah, I do know. I know quite a while out. I know what I'm doing all the way up to the end of August and part of September at this point. So, oh, I know. The colors are gorgeous. Finger not working. Well, this finger doesn't work for me. I have a a horrible time typing. So I understand. And if you guys want to know why I'm keeping a Band-Aid on here, it's not because I'm hurt anymore. It's because this thing happening with my scar is pretty unsightly, and I don't want you guys to have to look at it. So I'm probably going to end up having surgery to get it fixed, and that bums me out, but oh well. Do you know in advance? Oh, I'm sorry, Terry. Yes. Actually, do I have one of those right here? I'm sorry. Bear with me. I should have one right here, but I don't. I have a schedule that I can send you. So just text me after class and remind me, and I will make sure to text that to you, or send it to you, or whatever you need. And that tells you at least what's going to be happening through the end of June. Once the new catalog comes out, I will send out a new one that has what I know through the end of August, just to kind of update people. So, but I'm not going to be able to do that until the new catalog comes out. So, and if anybody needs a new catalog, if you need it and you don't already have a demonstrator, please let me know. I'll be happy to do that. Just text me here. Okay. All right. I think I'm all caught up. Okay. So, what's everybody drinking? I'm drinking water with lemon right now. And are you doing, if you're crafting and you're doing something other than what we're doing, let us know. Tell us what you're doing. Okay, so I'm just going to take all of the pieces out of this envelope. We are going to be stamping the envelope, so I'm going to hold on to that. I also need this white piece here, this little square, or rectangle rather, and the Highland Heather piece of paper, which is the lighter purple. Everything else can go to the side for the moment. Okay? So, we get to start stamping. I'm so excited. I am going to use a E-block for this. If you don't have a block this big, you might want to use your Stamparatus, because this floral piece here is quite large. So I tried using it on a D-block and it's just too small. So I am using, again, an E-block for this, but you could also use your Stamparatus. All right, so I'm going to bring in that scratch paper here, because on this envelope, we are going to stamp a little bit off of the envelope. So I want to make sure, and I'm going to use my black Memento ink on this, and actually I'm going to stamp it up like this because it's a really big stamp. It's such a pretty stamp. I'm not a massive floral person, like I don't get all giddy about flowers, but I do love sunflowers, and I am quite a fan of hydrangeas. They're beautiful, and I love how you can change the color of them and stuff. I think that's fantastic. So I'm stamping that like this. I'll show you the end product here. We're going for that. So I'm stamping that like that. And then I'm going to move this off to the side for a minute because I also need to stamp this. So I'm going to do that one more time. And because this is a clear stamp, you can look right through it. Hopefully I'll be able to see well enough. I'm not able to get directly over it, but I am going to move it down as far as I can. So I'm sorry it's not in the middle of the screen, but I need to make sure that it's in the right place. Hold on. Okay, so you just want to very slowly line up your image and stamp down. Hopefully it's good. Okay, Martha's drinking my favorite soda, which I don't get to drink, Dr. Pepper. And working. What, Renee? Water and working with today. I don't know what that means. I know you're drinking water, I get that part, but what is the other part? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I got a little bit off, but that's pretty darn good. All right, so we're done with the black. We can set this piece aside now. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull in this piece here. So we need to do the Highland Heather and the Old Olive. Diet Pepsi. Oh, gross, Brenda. I hate Pepsi. I'm sorry. You're welcome to like it. I hate Pepsi. Easter stuff. She'll still be watching. Wow, you are just doing it all. Okay, so we need this big blob piece, and then we need the leafy piece like this that's gonna color it in. So you should be able to put both of these on D blocks. And if you only have one D block, then obviously you can exchange it out when you're done with one. I don't know. Is it better this way? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the lavender first, which is Highland Heather. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll move my ink pad up here so you can see it. I'm going to get a bunch of ink on this, make sure it's good and inked. It is supposed to be splotchy. That's the way it's supposed to look. And I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it onto my flower like so. And that will lighten up a little bit, so don't worry, you'll be able to see it just like you can see it here. Okay, I'm going to close my Highland Heather, and then I'm going to take the leafy one, and I'm going to stamp. Now, this is the same procedure that you're going to do on all of your envelopes, so I'm only going to do it once. But you guys need to, you know what, you guys want to do it, the other 5 together, that makes total sense. So I'm going to line that up. And it's not supposed to be perfect, it's supposed to be a little artistic, so yeah, in case you're wondering. Okay, so there we have the envelope for all of them. If you want to do something different, you certainly can. I did the same thing for all of them because they're all hydrangeas. Oh, wait, we need this. Don't put this away. Okay. So we're also going to do the little piece here, and we are putting To an Incredible Woman on this one. So this would definitely make a good Mother's Day card, and pretty fantastic because it's going to be, I'm sorry, I'm using, hold on, a B block. Because it's going to be such an incredible card. Okay, an incredible card to an incredible woman. So we're just going to center this. Ta-da! Set that aside. Whoop. And I need to bring back out my Highland Heather for this last part. We are going to be doing, I'm going to switch places here. I am right-handed. I like to keep my inks on my right, and that's just the way I normally do it. So you can do it however you want. We're going to go ahead and take this little floral piece here that's kind of a quarter of a circle. And actually, I want to show you something really cool with this piece. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a B block too. But check this out. I didn't do this on any of the cards, so I had to show you. So if you go 1, turn it 2, turn it 3, and 4, you have a circle of hydrangea flowers. Isn't that cool? Drinking water. I'm working with you today instead of my own thing. Oh, that's what you meant, Renee. Okay. Oh, my screen is all frozen up. Hopefully it will get back to normal. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to reload it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to essentially stamp this whole piece. Yes, if you want to skip this area, you can. I went ahead and stamped the whole piece, and I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why. Yes, it's extra stamping, but I like to stamp the whole piece because I don't really know which side I want to put down or up until I've stamped it. So, and that's the first reason. The second reason is because I'm going to start in the middle. This is a trick that you want to do. You want to start either in the middle or on one corner. That makes it the easiest. I find that the middle for big things like this, yeah, I'm going to have to reload. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, if the phone shakes, I'm sorry. I'm going to make sure that I have this plugged in just so that I don't have any issues. I apologize for the shaking. Okay. Hopefully that works. Okay. Okay. And then hopefully my comments will get caught up. Whoop. Okay. Awesome. So, I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm actually going to go ahead and do that little circle thing just because, you know, it works. But then I'm going to just go in here and use whatever shape makes sense from that point on. And you'll notice right here, I'm not even rotating my stamp, I'm rotating my paper. This is a very forgiving stamp for doing this kind of thing. Very forgiving. So, and here I'm gonna change. Notice I just got that little tiny bit there that was still open. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. And it's okay if you have a couple of open spots. It's not the end of the world. You know, if you just can't handle looking at them, then maybe stick those under your paper when we get to that part. So it does go pretty fast because it's not one of those things you have to get uber precise. Okay, so we're done. We have flowers all over it. Okay. Before I get to making this card, I'm going to clean off my stamps a little bit because I don't want to get ink on myself. So give me 1 second here. And I do this just in case, even if I'm going to use the same stamp later on the same color, I just want to make sure that my project doesn't touch it and get ink where I don't want it, or on me for that matter. I don't want ink on me either. I know I'm not using this stamp again, so I'm going to put that one over there and this one over there. I can't remember what else I'm using, so I'll wait on that. Okay, so now that we have all these pieces stamped and our envelope, set that aside, we are going to take this piece here. So I had to fold this piece to get it in your bag. So the other thing you're going to do is just fold this piece back on itself like this. Okay? And then you have this cool little, and if you need to adjust the score line, like if the score line's not perfect, you can certainly do that. I'm going to do that on this one. I'm going to adjust it just a little bit so it's not hanging over. And make sure you burnish that really well. All right, good to go. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is open this back up and we're going to put this piece down here. So I'm gonna take my Seal Plus, and I'm not gonna push too hard because you know what that does. What did I do to my finger? Okay, story time. So about a month and a half ago, right after my class on a Saturday, I was walking out of my office to talk to my husband, out of my studio, I guess I should say, and I had my green smoothie in my mason jar in this hand, and I don't know what else I had with me, probably my phone, and I stepped over my little barricade I have to keep my dogs out of my office. And I caught the edge of the barricade and it fell with me, and I tripped and I fell straight down. And when the mason jar hit the ground, the tile, it busted and went up like this into my finger. So it was gross. I don't want to say much more because I don't want to get anybody out. But yeah, that's what happened. So, okay, so now we're going to take this white piece, and this is going to go on the inside, but not in the center. We want to make sure that it's covered by this. So it actually ends up being about like that, okay? See that? And then just make sure that it's going to be covered when you look at where you want it. So, and then I had to go after a month, and it had been healed and stuff, and I realized that it had this weird thing going on because I think the original doctor at the VA that helped me made some poor choices. She was also really mean. Not mean like in personality, but she was like Nurse Ratched. I mean, she was really harsh with my person. Anyway, she made some bad choices. So, okay, so we're going to fold this over, and in this area right here, we're going to put the green piece. So flip that over. And I am going to show you really quickly how I made this card in just a second, for those of you that are interested. Anyway, I think she made some poor choices, and I went to an urgent care and spoke with a gal that actually used to work for a hand doctor, and she's a PA, and she disliked what was done with my hand, and she opened it up and looked at the issue that I thought I had just to make sure it wasn't anything like an infection or anything like that. And it wasn't, but yeah, at this point she's like, you might have to have hand surgery to get rid of that issue. So it's kind of like a big nodule on my finger. It's bizarre. It's hard to explain, but okay. Now I'm lining this paper up with this paper as best I can. I just want to get that pretty straight. So just so you know, that's what I did. Okay, so how I made this card base. I took, my card base is 5.5, which is the normal length of, the normal height of a card, by 11. So I only got one card base out of each piece of paper, FYI. Normally I get 2, but this is a really fun special card, so it's okay. And I used the strip of paper that gets cut out for other things, so it's okay. So, and the way I did this is I scored the paper at 4 1/4 like you normally would, and then this part here, and this was still rectangular at the time, I scored at 7 5/8, and so you'll have that in your directions. So I scored at 4 1/4 and then 7 5/8, and then I took it into my trimmer and put this corner at the edge and brought this corner down 2 inches. So I had 2 inches sticking out here. In fact, here's the piece right here so I can show you. So I had 2 inches sticking out, and I cut that off, and that was my card. And then you just accordion fold it like that. Hope that makes sense. All right. Yeah, I may end up in a lawsuit. Yep, because it has been painful. It has been frustrating, and I use my hands on video several times a week. So it's, yeah, I'm not happy. Okay, anyway, enough sad stuff. For those of you that have already put this piece down, I apologize. You're going to have to pick it up. So if you have something like this tool here, if you don't, I sell these personally. That will help you get it up, or you can use your bone folder. That works pretty well too. It's not as thin, so it's sometimes hard to get it up originally, but and I apologize, I was talking and not paying attention. That's what I get for talking. Okay. We have to put a ribbon on this, and I'm just blah 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 blah. Okay. So we're gonna put this ribbon about 1.5 inches up. I think it's about 1.5 inches. Let me see. I'm gonna measure this one. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches up. So we're going to make sure that we have tape here, and we're going to measure 1.5 inches, and then put our, I need a little more. Okay. Put our ribbon down into that piece, and then come around the front with it. Whoops. And put our piece back down at 1.5 inches. And this saves ribbon too, because you're not going all the way around the piece of paper. You're just going from side to side, which is really nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that back down. So I apologize for those of you that I forgot to do that and you had to pick it up. I apologize. Oh, that's not quite straight. So, all right, now when you're cutting these pieces of paper, you can make adjustments. You'll notice that this one isn't perfectly straight with this piece or perpendicular with this piece. That's because I made them in mass. So if you're doing them singly, you can make adjustments to make sure that that piece is straight, or you can trim it now before you put it together. So just keep that in mind. It is a little complicated to do that perfectly for everybody's card. So I did the best I could with that. So there you go. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece and our sentiment, and I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment on top of this. Just line that up. And then this piece is going to go right here, but it's going to stick out a little bit. So we want to make sure that when we put our adhesive on, we don't put it there. So what we do is we just flip it over where we want it to be. Okay, so it's just flipped over. I'm going to turn this around so I can hold this edge. Okay, so it's upside down right now, but that's where I want it to be. So I know this part's not going to have any adhesive on it. So now I can put my adhesive here. And when I flip it back over, I know exactly where that needs to be. And I can just look and make sure. Okay, so that's sticking out a little bit. Now we're going to take this white piece and we're going to put some dimensionals on that. I love dimensionals. Those of you that have known me for a while know I adore dimensionals. They are the bomb, and I think I'll use a couple of minis too. I'm going to use a mini on the end of this leaf here, and then we will put some up on the top of this. That was kind of weird, not very mathematical, but it works. Work with me, people. You're saying that the card is looking good, Beth? It's a pretty card. It turned out very nice. I like it. Okay. So then we're going to take this piece here, and I just realized something. You might not want this corner piece on. So, because if it's sticking up, it might stick up in the way. So I want to go ahead and let this leaf go over the piece like that, okay? And then I'm going to take this ribbon, and the other thing you can do is not put any here and shove it under. You can put them just on this and shove it under. I did that for my original, but this way I'm doing it where it's sticking up. So it's up to you, either way. And we're going to make a little bow. My hands are not working today. This is harder without my other finger over there. It's really weird. You don't realize how much you use a finger until you can't. It's funny. What are you whispering about? Oh, could y'all hear my dog's collar on the water bowl? My husband was getting onto her. Shh. I think it's okay, honey. They understand. Most of them have pets. Awesome, Beth. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so I finagled that little bow and got it tiny, and I'm just going to put it right on there. So I'm going to use a glue dot, my trusty glue dots, and we're going to put it right there. And then I'm going to trim with my ribbon scissors. Remember, you need a special, you need 2 pairs of snips. You need one for your regular stuff and one that you put a little piece of ribbon on so you know that it's your ribbon snips. Because paper is very hard on scissors. You need something that is not going to be dulled by paper for your ribbons. So these are my ribbon scissors. My other ones won't even cut ribbon anymore. They make a mess of it. So they cut paper just fine. Okay, so there we have that. And then we're going to add my throat today. I tell you what, a 10 on the bow. True story, Cheryl. You have had a heck of a time with your injury. That is for sure. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hearts are welcome. Okay. And this will lay down better as it sits, you know, it does get better. So just to show you that. Once it's in the envelope and stuff, that kind of helps it. So we're going to open this little packet with the pastel pearls, and we want the blue ones. So I'm going to take 3 of those. I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite new embellishments, and it's staying in the catalog, and I'm so excited. They're beautiful. They are so beautiful. If you haven't seen these in person yet, you need to get some. Just go to my website and order. If you do, use the host code for this month. If you order $60 or more and you use the host code, you'll get a set of blue adhesive back gems from me. So I'll leave that sitting there for a second so you guys can write it down. But yeah, that's if you're going to order. But anyway, aren't those cool? I love them. So we're done. Yay! Isn't that beautiful? And you could put another white piece here if you want for more people to be able to sign it. So there's always that option as well. So I love this card. Okay, and we'll put it with its envelope. That's also so beautiful. And we're done with that one. All right, second card. I'm going to move this now. Hopefully nobody needs it. I'll bring it back up later. Okay, second card. So this is the one with the lavender sticking out, the Highland Heather, and then the grape, gorgeous grape ribbon. Again, do your envelope the same way. I'm not going to do it again, but do it the same way. Okay, now, here's the thing. Pause for a moment. This piece right here we're going to be working on, and you want to probably work on them all at the same time, okay? So you're going to grab this one and the one from your other card that's the same. So that's this one right here. And there's also one in the third card. Ta-da. So if you have those two, so you're going to have 4 total. Let go. 4 of those. All right. And then if you have the layout, there's one in there as well. So let me grab that real quick. So in the layout, you'll see that there's one in here as well. And we need to do the same thing to all of these, so that's important. Also, if you have the layout, hopefully not with any kitty hair, you want to grab this little baggie of flowers, because we're going to need that as well. And hopefully you don't pull everything else out like I just did. Oh, goodness. Goodness mio. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. That's why you guys like me though, right? Because you can laugh at me. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set all this aside for a moment. And we're going to work with these. So what you're going to want to do is grab a scratch sheet. I'm actually going to put a couple here because it might go through. I'm scared it's going to go through. I think I'm going to put my whole pad under here. I don't want it to do anything. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take in our stamp set, we have, this is such a beautiful stamp set. I got to put these things away. Hold on. Okay. In our stamp set, there's a piece like this that's actually like the fill-in for that little piece that we just used on the last card. So it's about like this. So grab that piece. And I'm going to put that on a B block. You could put it on a C block if you need to. Okay, and I'm going to grab my Highland Heather. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Highland Heather here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to do the same thing with all of them. So you're going to stamp into this and you're going to stamp off and then stamp on your little flower. Stamp, ink, stamp off, stamp on your flower. You can overlap. You can do whatever you want. We're just getting random ink on the flower. And we do want it to overlap some because that gives us variation in color. Okay. So you'll have a piece then when you're done that looks like this. So you're kind of getting, laugh with me, that's right. You're kind of getting a mottled look. And because this was already die cut, the little flower pieces that pop up, the indents are still a little bit white, so it kind of adds some depth and difference to it, okay? So we're going to go ahead and just do that with all of these. So always make sure you stamp off. Now, if you forget to stamp off for some reason, I keep doing it because it's habit. It's not the end of the world. See, it's just going to be darker there. So it's okay. But I like stamping off because my color isn't as deep that way. And you're going to get a little bit of ink buildup on there, so and they're all going to look different, which is the way it's supposed to be. And you'll notice that this does go through eventually. So, you know, if you stamp in different places, that'll help. Whatever you want to do. So, yeah, as far as the lawsuit thing goes, you can actually sue the VA, believe it or not, and I am looking into that because it affects my work and it was probably not done right. The gal that worked for Hand Surgeon said that she really hates it when people use Dermabond on fingers because that's just not great, which means that doctor made a boo-boo by doing that. So, you know, and that might be just opinion, but still, if another professional is saying that was a bad choice, then that can help my case. Oops. So, I think it's more just a pain in the butt than anything. Excuse my French. I just, you know, it's irritating. Make sure you don't have any little white spots left over. Like I left a little edge there, so I just saw it. Okay, last one here. And then don't put away your stamp, your ink pad or your stamp, because we have one more thing to do with it. Okay, looks good. All right, so all 5 of those are done. I'm going to set those to the side. Okay, now, what we need to do now is these little flowers. And the purple ones are going to get done with the same color. Yes, the stamp off technique is really cool. You can do some really fun things with that. So I'm going to make sure that all of these flowers have a little bit of indent in them. They're embossed as well as cut out. So I want to make sure that that's face up, not the back, the front. Just like that. And then I'm going to put them in groups of 3, which there are 9, so that works out really well. So we're going to just put them in 3 groups like this. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink this up and stamp off and do 3 of them at a time. Should be able to do 3 of them at a time. Like that. So, and if you feel like you need to do something over again, just do what you got to do. Okay, there's 3. That one's holding on. I get ink all over myself when I do stuff like this. You'll notice on that one I forgot to stamp off, and that's okay. That's just going to give me some variation. I did that on my own. So it's okay. It's a very modeled look, so I mean, it's kind of hard to do it wrong. Just make sure you get all of the flower. Like on some of these I missed an edge, so I just want to make sure that I get that edge. All right. Okay, so these are done. And then I'm going to set those off. Well, I'm just going to put those back in the bag actually, because we won't be doing that for a while. Now I'm going to flip this over like this and put my purple away. Actually, I'm going to need that in just a minute, so I won't put it too far. I'm going to wipe off my stamp. I just have a microfiber cloth. I like it better than the chamois, but some people like the chamois better, which is fine. And I'm using my Stampin' Mist. And I water my Stampin' Mist down just a little bit. It lasts longer, and I think it's good to go. So, anyway, we're going to do the same thing with the blue. We just need to use the Seaside spray for these. You can also, I'm going to do this one in groups of 2, because you can also do them in groups of 2. You're less likely to miss one if you do that. So we'll do that. So we're going to use Seaside spray for this. So if you aren't doing a layout, you don't have these, then that's fine. Just be patient with me here. I just want to get this done for them. So we'll stamp that one. Stamp off. It's really cool because the little indentations stay lighter, and it just really brings out texture. And because the stamp is textured also, it's very, it's just a really cool look. Oops. Almost done. Just slap it and it comes off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to wash that off. And I'm going to need that lavender again for our card. So I'm going to put these away real quick. We'll get back to those when we do our layout. And we need one of those that we did. And we need this piece right here. So this piece you can choose which way you want to do it. It doesn't matter. And we're going to get the stamp out that says, "You make me smile." I'm going to use a C block for that. And stamp that in the Highland Heather. And it's really cool that this has lines on it because you can line up, and it's good to line up the Make Me on one of the lines because that one isn't script, and so it'll be nice and straight. So you want to do it over to this side and down at the bottom. All right, now we can, I just stuck my finger in that. See, it's impossible. What color would I use to make, if I want to do these pink? It's Blushing Bride, I believe. Yeah, it's Blushing Bride. That's the pink color in these cards. Okay, so I want to show you something real quick. We're going to be putting this little flower together. And I want to show you that the way it was designed, you can take this, your back color, and you might need to pop out a few of these little pieces. I didn't go through and do that, but they will just pop right out. And then I used, so I used Pear Pizzazz on this one, and then Old Olive, which is a little bit darker green on this one. And that is your stem. And then you take this piece and you put it on here for your flower. And the little circles, which sometimes come out and sometimes don't, and I don't really care if they do or not, but I am going to poke them out for the sake of this card because I do want, they're just like little confetti, I swear. I do want it to show. And so if you put it on that way, then you'll just see some little green specks through, which is fine if you want to do it that way. I wanted to see the dark purple through, so that's what we're doing. So we're going to do a little bit of surgery, okay? Because what you have in yours is a piece, these little pieces, a piece of the Pear Pizzazz that is the stem only, and then you have this piece here. And I'm actually going to cut off really carefully this little stem, however much stem you have there on the purple piece, which is Gorgeous Grape. And we're going to end up doing it like that, okay? So we're going to have two pieces, and that's okay. The other thing is, what you want to do with this piece is flip it over and poke your leaves, your little petals up. So you're just poking them through to make them stand up. It's the coolest die because it makes these little leaves, petals. Why do I keep saying leaves? It makes these little petals separate. And so since they're cut out with a little edge, you can stick them up, which is really cool. It makes a really neat 3D effect. And it only takes a second to go through here and push them all through. So I do this on all of them in this whole class, so you'll have to bear with me for a second as I do that. But it goes pretty quickly. So what is everybody doing for Easter? I know we had a class yesterday on Good Friday and I didn't say anything, and I feel bad. I should have said Happy Good Friday, but I didn't. I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, so now we have this cool, nice textured thing, and we're going to put this on here. But I also want, and you can choose whether or not you want to. If you want to put it straight down where it matches up and just have that purple poke through, you can do that. I made mine like, I did mine like this. So I had this little purple edge on the bottom edge of my piece because I wanted, it gives it a shadow. Okay, that's the best way I can explain it. It just gives it a little bit of a shadow. So I need my silicone mat, and we're going to take this piece and flip it over, and I'm going to use some tweezers to hold it, and then we're going to use our green glue, and we're just going to put the tiniest, if it'll go, there we go, the tiniest bit of glue. This one is giving me fits. I think I'm going to have to open a new one. It's almost empty, that's the problem. Once it gets close to empty, it's kind of persnickety. So tiny dots of glue, don't put them on any of the petals. You want to go in between the petals, because if you put it on the petals, then they're not going to stick up. But make sure you go all the way around the outside, and then a few places in the center. It doesn't have to be like everywhere. And then you want to line this up, and then just leave a little border on that edge, like that. Okay? And if you happen to push any of these down, it's not the end of the world, but there you go. Okay? Now, we got to do something similar with this. We're going to be putting this on, so I'm going to take my tweezers. Actually, let's see. I think I'll do it like that. And we're going to come on. Put the tiniest amount of glue. Like, I mean tiny. It's barely there. Make sure it's on the end and the center of your leaves. If you can get a little bit on the edges, that's good, but don't do too much because it's a very thin strip of paper and it's going to squish out. Very sparingly. Okay? And then we're going to put that down on our stem. And just line that up and push down, and voila. Okay, so those are ready to go. Now, I'm done with that, and I'm done with that. Okay, so now we're going to take our card, and this is a really cool fun fold as well. So instead of having a full card base, I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 just piece of cardstock. That's my background. Then I have this piece here that's going to fold down. So I'm just going to go ahead and score that. And if you have any fuzzies, just use an emery board or whatever to get that. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take this piece here and this piece here, and we're going to put them down on either end. Move those out of the way. Okay. So we're going to put them down on either end. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure when we put these down that this border is equal all the way around. Okay, so that's where you're going to start. So let's do that. Cheryl, your daughter is hosting dinner. You color eggs after Good Friday Mass yesterday. Oh, you colored. Good. That's awesome. I had a best friend that was Catholic growing up, and they always did a whole lot for Easter. When my kids were little, we used to, of course, do the Easter egg thing, because you got to. I mean, it's just so much fun. But we just do church. We used to do a family meal with my husband's uncle, who was the patriarch of the family, and I always made my famous baked beans for that. But unfortunately, we're not doing that anymore. They've gotten too old to host that, and yeah, so anyway. Okay, so now we're going to take the white piece. Actually, you know what? Before we put the white piece in, I'm going to set that aside. We're going to go ahead and put this down. I'm going to put a decent amount of adhesive at the top of this and at the bottom. Beth says Laura's fixing lunch and then we're celebrating her birthday and her brother-in-law. So, okay, cool. So, and then we're going to put this in the center. I like to stand mine up because I feel like it's easier to put it in the center if I do that. So I'm going to center this. There. I used my grid. I don't know if you guys could notice that. And that way this line it's pushed up against this base so I know it's straight. Then I'll open that up and put this little piece inside. Make sure it's centered. Yes. I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. And then we'll close that back up. And then this is going to go down on top. I look forward to when my kids are married and have kids and we can do Easter egg hunts again. That'll be fun. Okay, now we're going to take this piece and we're going to kind of eyeball and see where we want it. Okay, so I want that there. So now I'm going to take this with my tweezers and because we still have some thin spots on this, it's easiest to do with the glue. And you might as well just do the leaves while you're at it. Just don't put too much. All right. And then I'm going to lay that back down. All right. And then we'll put our flower with the dark edge over here on here. We just want to make sure we cover up that little spot of the stem when we put it down. So my light source is coming from here, so I want my dark edge to the southwest, like that. Ta-da! All right. And then we're going to take our purple ribbon, which is the Gorgeous Scrape. This one is harder with my finger like this because it slides around. I'm going to have to not do it quite as tight. Oh my goodness. I'm really fighting with this stupid thing. Okay. I should have made one ahead of time so I didn't have to worry about it. But I know you guys struggle with bows, so it doesn't hurt for you to see that I can struggle with things too. I mean, I struggle with bows all the time. They're not always perfect. That is for sure. I like this side better. Okay, so I'm going to tighten that up. Pull these edges. And just keep tightening it until you like it. Come on, work with me here. Okay, and I don't want this to be too big. We want it to be a small little bow. And then we're going to put that on with a glue dot. I love the little bow on these. It's just so cute. It really adds something. And then we'll use our scissors to do our slanted cut and cut off the excess. There we go. So cute. So cute. Okay. Let's see here. I got stuff everywhere. Put my glue away. Okay, now we got to put on the little dots, pearls. That's what you call them. They're called pearls. And we're going to use the dark Highland Heather ones. It's actually, I think they actually call these Gorgeous Scrape, but whatever color they are. I feel like these are Highland Heather and these are Purple Posy, but you know, I don't know. Whatever color they are. And we're just going to put 3 of those on this card. And I just use the triangle rule. Make a triangle. All right. And there we have it. Isn't that a cute card? I love these little fun folds like this. And they're easy. They're not hard, you know? You tried the fork? Yes, that is a way to do it. Grandkids are the best, I know. One day. My kids are still a little young. They're not teenagers anymore, but they're not quite there yet. But I do look forward to that. Okay, I saw all the comments. All right. So there we have the second card. Woohoo! All right. That one is done. Now, before we do the third card, I want to just, give me 1 second to do a little bit of information here. For those of you that didn't see early, I am doing a paper share for the new catalog. So excited. Look at this beautiful new catalog. I can't show you the inside yet. I wish I could, but I can't. It's amazing. Ask anybody on here that's a demonstrator and they will tell you, if they've gotten their catalog already, that they are super excited because, oh my goodness. Okay, so I am doing a paper share. If you need information, you want me to text this to you, please just text me at this phone number and I will. It is $65. It is a paper share party. We do way more than just the paper share. I do 10 card kits that I add to the paper share. And so you'll get those and we'll put them together just like we're doing now. And we have a fun little party where we draw prizes and stuff like that. And I give gifts as well to everybody that does the paper share. I'm also doing a specialty papers share. So if you want to add that on, that's another $8 on top of the $65. And if you want to add the pansy, is it pansy petals? I don't know why I can't think of the name of that one. It's a beautiful stamp set and bundle. Either way you want to do it, you can add that on as well, and I will give you free shipping on that. So it's a really great deal. You can ask anybody on here that's done it before. It is so much fun, and it's a wonderful deal. So I am doing that. That's coming up. Also, I've already told you guys about Fridays and Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central. So if anybody's new, you can always see my live video at 2 p.m. Central on my Facebook channel, but I will also it will be on my channel permanently, and then I will also post it on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Shameless Stamper as well. My April host code I showed a minute ago, I'll put that back up here. If you order $60 with me using the host code, I will buy you, with my money, some blue adhesive back gems, and so that is my gift to you for ordering. My May class is still open until the 7th, which is coming up rapidly. We got 4 days left to go, so if you're interested in doing this, it is so super cute, you guys. And we don't get to do a lot of boy cards, you know, but these are just so cute. So we're going to be doing these 3 cards, and then I also have a layout for people who like to do layouts that says "So Handsome," and there's the second page. Super cute. So we've got that coming up as well. And then of course my May card club, which I don't show anything but the little sneak peek, except I will show you one of the 4 projects that we're doing for the cards and such. And this is so beautiful. You'll actually be getting a I'm losing words today. The brush, the blending brush. You'll be getting one of these blending brushes for free with your, mine's been used, with your club, including all the other stuff. And it's such a great deal. So if you're interested in doing that, and I do have a layout for this one as well. So that's the 5th project if you're interested in the add-on layout. A lot of my customers love layouts, and so they asked me to add that on. So I have. So I hope that helps you guys that like to do the layouts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this. Hopefully nobody needs it. Spring Bingo. If you are still interested in this is still going through June because the spring catalog is still active until the end of June. So if you're interested in doing this with me to earn one of these 4 items for free, please let me know. I'll be happy to send you one of my bingo cards. Also, I am in the process of getting my annual one done, so as soon as the annual catalog comes out, I'll be able to send those out as well. And those are running for a year, so you have a whole year to get a bingo with those. And those are going to be really awesome. I don't know what my free items are going to be yet, haven't decided, but I'm working on it right now, so I'll probably finish it by the end of the day. And then if you would like to do Paper Pumpkin, if you've never done it before, now's a great time to try. This box is going to be adorable. It is so cute. It's got popsicles and all kinds of other really fun summer stuff. And it's also going to be really easy for kids to join you. So if you have grandkids and things like that, this box apparently is going to help the family come together and do stuff together if you want to. You don't have to. You can still do it by yourself. So whichever the case may be, this is going to be an adorable box. It's a great time to try. You can always cancel or pause. That's no big deal, but definitely sign up by April 10th if you're interested in this box. Okay, that's all my commercials. Okay, let's move to the third card. So, and this is, I didn't even show you the last ones when I was started. That's this card here that we're going to be doing. So again, you'll want to stamp your envelope. I'm not going to take up video time for that since it's the same. And you're going to need one of these that we finished earlier. We need to stamp this, and I think that's all. So I'm going to move this stuff to the side for a minute. And we have that already stamped. We just need to stamp this. So let me grab one of these. And this says, "You are capable of amazing things." So we're going to grab that one. You are capable. Where's that one? Is it this one? No? Must be over here. Yep. You are capable of amazing things. And we will use a B block for that. And we need our Highland Heather. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Martha. Oh, I know. The new catalog. It's awesome. Hey, Melissa. Okay. So those of you that have done the paper share with me, tell me what you guys think of my paper share parties. Or don't tell me, tell them. Tell everybody else. Better yet. Okay. So, here we go. This one is really fast, other than putting our little flower together. That's the only thing that takes any time. This is a super quick card. So, I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. So again, if you have any of these little pieces that stayed in there, just poke them out. They just kind of hold in there for a minute. And then also the little, oops, I need my pokey tool. The little centers in this. They're barely holding on. It's just, you just gotta kind of get rid of them because they like to hang on. They're totally cut through. You never run out of paper. That's funny. Oh, Liza says she loves making the cards. I'm assuming you mean with the paper share. Yeah, it's just like making these. It's fun. Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you enjoy it. The fun with everybody else and making the cards is probably the best part. But I love seeing all the new paper. And you know what? Most people can't afford to buy all the new paper themselves. I mean, that's a lot of paper. You're talking essentially 65 times 4. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I've got a little bit of in there for my making all the card kits, but it's barely anything, so it's very close to that. And it is crazy. I mean, just buying all of it yourself is tough. I mean, I do because this is what I do, but if this is not what you do for a living, that's a lot of paper to have to buy by yourself. And it's nice to see all of the samples before you buy a whole pack. And if you really like one of them, then you can buy the whole pack. So that's nice too. Okay. I just like doing the party instead of just the traditional paper share and doing all the cards. I think it's a lot more fun because the traditional paper share, you just get the paper and move on. You don't get to do anything fun. So, and we do prizes and all that kind of stuff too. So, okay, so let's put this together. So I'm going to take my glue and see, I think I grabbed it here last time, which worked out well. And we'll just put a little bit, very little. I've got a goober on mine. I definitely am getting toward the end of this. Okay, and then we'll put that on this. Yeah, and the paper in this catalog is gorgeous. No, the pictures never do. They never do them justice. That is so true. You really don't know until you've got them in front of you. And that's, yeah, always that way. It's always that way. I mean, some of them you're like, okay, I definitely want that. And you can tell from the picture. But the rest, I mean, you know, some of them you can't tell that. And you get it in front of you and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this paper, you know. So it's definitely one of those things, especially if they have foil running through them, like the one that's on the front cover of our, I'm going to be actually doing that for one of our clubs, the Artistically Inked. It has gold foil running through it, and it's so gorgeous. But, you know, in the pictures, it's just not as, you don't get as much from the pictures as you do from seeing it in person. That's what I'm trying to say. So, okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm just going to do a little bit of an edge so that it kind of looks like a shadow. Where's my lid? There it is. All right, and we are ready to go. Whoops, that one had glue on it. Always have Kleenexes in your studio to deal with that kind of stuff. All right, and that is why I use the silicone mat. Okay. So this is for the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. So we're going to open this up and put our standard, my standard insert, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then this piece right here, this really long piece, we're going to put inside as well. And that is going to go right here. Like so. Ta-da! All right, then we'll close this up and we're going to put this piece down first. Make sure your writing is going the correct direction. Just check it. Make sure it's going up. You don't want to have upside down writing. I mean, nobody would probably notice, but you never know. All right, then we're gonna take these 4 pieces of paper. And so this is a great way to use scraps up as well. So we're gonna put these 2 down, and then, I need those a little closer. And then we'll put these 2 down. And I don't want them to be perfectly lined up, so I want them to be all a little bit off like that. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work. So I'm going to put this one down first. And I kind of know where I want it now. Just make sure it's lined up. I think that's straight. And then we're going to use this one. And I'm going to put this one higher and make sure it's close enough in. And then this piece is, with the flowers on it, is going to go lower. So close to the edge here, about the same distance as I did this one. Like that. And then this one, these are so pretty with the foil in them. I love them. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna do that one down further than this one, but above this one, so kind of in the middle of those two. And I want to make sure it's not too far over here. So, all right, like that. So we just used essentially some scraps, and they don't even have to be the same length or the same width. You can do whatever you want. Mine happen to be the same length and width, but you could do whatever you want. Okay, so then we're gonna take our little stem here. I'm gonna cut that little piece off. And then we're gonna just cut the, I think I didn't even use the stem. We're gonna just cut the leaves off. I mean, you can use some of the stem if you want for sticking it in there, but for the most part, we don't want the stem. Okay, because this is going to be a little different. So we're going to take this piece here that says you're capable of amazing things, and we're going to put some adhesive all over the back, and then we're going to take this piece of ribbon and we're going to put this in the middle of that. Okay, I'm going to trim the edges, but I'm going to wait until I'm done. So now I'm going to take this, and you can either put this on dimensionals or just tape it on. So I'm going to put some more tape on the ribbon like that, and I'm going to put it above the edge of this piece and inside this piece. Hope that makes sense. Okay, like that. All right, and then we're going to take this and put dimensionals on it, and I'm going to keep them not right up to the edge because I want to be able to stick the leaves up under where I want them. But I am going to make sure that this edge is going to the southeast, and I'm just going to put that right here like so. And then I've got my leaves, and I think I'm going to do the biggest one and the little one on this side. Here, I'll show you how I did it before. And then we'll put the medium one over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of these. And I will take this one and shove that in there. And this little one will go overlap that one just a little bit. And then this one will go right here. Ta-da. And you can even have them curl up a little bit. Just kind of use your thumb to, don't bend them, but curl them so they stick up a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna put some of the dots on them. We need the light purple this time. whether it's Highland Heather or Purple Posy, I don't know. So we're going to use those. Oops. So I'm going to put one right here, and then one over here, kind of on the edge of that paper, and then one up here on the edge of it, right there. So we just kind of have them in a triangle. Okay, look at that. Now we can trim this if we want to, so you can use your ribbon scissors if you want to trim that a little bit so it's a little bit more equal, however you ended up doing it. And there you go. Isn't this a beautiful card? I love this, and it's so simple. It's really beautiful. Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Okay, so we don't actually have the blue one. Yes, this glue is made by Tombow, and we distribute it, but we only use the green one. The blue one, I don't remember what the difference is, to be honest with you. Somebody's asked me that before, and I looked into it, but it's been a long time ago. So, but I know that this is the one that we prefer over everything else. So, we've been selling this for a long time. Thank you. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do the drawing before we do the layout, because I know some people don't do scrapbooking, and I've not done that in the past, but I think I want to start doing that. So, you know, I'm always trying to make improvements. So I think that that will be an improvement so that the people who don't want to do the layout can go ahead and go if that's what they choose, or they can stay and watch the layout. So anyway, so let's do that. I didn't clean this off. Do that before I get anything on it and make a mess. All right. So this is my class drawing first, which is the big bad boy, and then I have my comment drawing and some comment drawings from a couple of weeks, because I had one person say that they were a demonstrator and they didn't want the prize, and so I understand that. You certainly are willing, I mean, able to get the prize if you're a demonstrator, but you don't have to. So this is my class. This is everybody that purchased the kit in one shape or form or another. Oh, thank you, Christina. Iona, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate it. Share this video if you like it. I hope you'll share it and like it and things like that. Yeah, I can find out for you, Renee. I just don't remember, to be honest. I don't. I love the green one though. Chris LaFrance, she's not even on here. Chris LaFrance won the Darling Donkeys stamp set. Now, if she already has that, I'll let her pick a different set. So you may see this again if she already has it, but she does win the drawing. So, all right. So that is my drawing for my students. And now I will do the other drawings. I need this. Why am I trying to put that away? Okay, set that aside. Okay, so today I'm giving away a couple of packs of the Hydrangea Hill. Actually, this one will get, so this is how I do things for anybody that's new. I will do a drawing today live with all of the people who've made comments, and then a week from now I will do another drawing with all of the comments, including new ones who have been that have been added from people who've watched the replay. So if you are watching the replay, make sure you make comments on the video, because that is how you get in this drawing. And I really do appreciate you commenting and participating, liking and loving the videos and sharing them. All those things help me, so I really do appreciate you guys. So we will put this one to the side for next week. And then I also have the one from last week that we'll do, and then the one from 313 that we're going to redraw. So yeah, we're going to do those real quick. Okay, so let's do today's. So let me move my, I don't guess I need that. I'll just bring my mouse over here. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be, right? Okay. So Oh, thanks, Beth. Okay, here we go. So I am going to draw today on today's. Here we go. You ready? And it landed on Martha Moore. Martha, you have won the Hydrangea Hill paper. All right, and now, if you will bear with me, I will go over to, oops, sorry. Bear with me here. I'm going to run over to the other video. Can y'all hear my cat playing with? She's got a fetish with plastic, and she's over there licking some plastic. She likes the cello bags a lot. It's really funny. Okay, so we did mystery stamping, I think, on the 37th. Is that right, you guys? I think we did mystery stamping last week. Let me see here. Yeah, we did mystery stamping last week. So we'll open that one. Yes, okay, good. And we will open all the comments. Give me 1 second here. I have to open, like, I have to click this several times to get all the comments on here so that I can scroll through all of them. Or spin, whatever you want to call it. I'm scrolling, but I spin it. Okay. Come on. Work, computer, work. All right. There we go. We got all of them. Okay. Here we go. And we're scrolling. And Cheryl Leon won this beautiful Love You Always paper from last week's video. Congratulations. And then I'm going to go over to the 13th. Oh, what video was that? That would have been maybe this one? Nope. Week before. This one. Okay. So it was Paper Pumpkin. That's what we did this one on. So it was the week before that. It was two weeks prior. Okay. So I'm going to redo this one. It was very sweet of her to forfeit her drawing. So I will redo that one. Ready and go. And this landed on Sandra Easley. So the more videos you comment on, the better chances you're going to have of winning one of these. So congratulations to all of these winners. I will get these out to you. And if you have something that's still coming, I was waiting on some envelopes so that I could actually send out the 6x6 paper, because you got to get an envelope that's big enough, which is kind of a pain. So I had to do that, and I have them now, so I'm going to be sending them out this week. Okay, so let's do, let me get back over to this video. Now you guys made a bunch of comments now. Okay, Martha says yay. Cheryl says yay, my fave. Congratulations to all of you. Okay, so here's our layout. I'm going to go ahead and pull all of this out. And I always provide one of these sleeves for anybody that hasn't gotten the kit before, for your scrapbooking, so that you can put it in your 3x3 binder. Or if by chance you don't want those because you put these in maybe a Creative Memories binder or some other kind of binder, and you don't use a 3-ring, just let me know and I won't send that to you, because you don't need it if you don't use it. So okay, so this PDF shows everything that was used and the tools that you may want to use with this. And we are going to start with these. I put in the ribbon, not so much, but this stuff I put on the side that it goes on. So you can take this chunk right here and set it aside for the second one. And this one here is for the first page. Okay? So then we're going to take these and we're going to get these done real quick. So I'm going to take one of these and we are going to put this down at the bottom. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, it's so beautiful. Such pretty paper. And this layout is really great for, you know, anything feminine really, because it doesn't say Mother's Day, but it can very easily be a Mother's Day layout. It just says the world is better because of you. But it's so beautiful. We're going to take this all the way down to the bottom. It's such a beautiful, and I'm just going to put my thumb on the edge of that paper to make sure it gets all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to take one of the purple strips and we're going to put that just a little bit above the bottom. So we're going to leave a little bit showing, a little less than 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/16 of an inch showing. Now this it's not quite on the bottom. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to use, you can use green glue or you can use tear and tape. I'm actually going to use tear and tape, and just going to put a little bit on each end. I'll show you the glue option too. I always do. I'll do it on the other page. And then we're going to take this off. Ugh, come here. Taking the little release paper off sometimes is a pain. It helps when you don't have fake nails though. Okay. And we're going to, I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Just put this on the edge, but leave about, I don't know, it's probably a little more than a 1/16 of an inch showing. Something like that. Whatever looks good to you. All right. And then I'm going to take another one of these purple ones and flip it over, and another one of these, and one of these, not another one, but one of these Pear Pizzazz ones. And I'm going to go ahead and do these. So it looks like we only lost one person who didn't want to watch the layout. I wonder who that was. Okay. Might have been Martha. Martha, are you still here? Because she doesn't do layouts. All right. Awesome. We're going to take the green one and take the release paper off, or if you're gluing it, that works too. And we're going to glue this down. You're still on, Martha. Okay, I don't know who we lost. And we're going to glue this right above. We're going to just put it right up against this paper. Right above it. Totally flush with that piece right there. And then I'm going to rotate this because it just makes it easier. And I'm going to put this one at the top about the same distance as the bottom. So I'm going to leave a little bit of the purple posy showing. Oh, I moved. All right, there we go. So the page will look like that. And I'm going to do that to the other page now. Now the one thing I do like to do when I do this is I do like to set my pages next to each other to make sure I'm putting the lines in the same place so that they line up better in a book. So if that matters to you, you might want to do that too. And I know you can't see that when I do that, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure it's on the edge. Okay. Sorry, it hits stuff up there, so I'm okay, so I'll do the glue this time. And I'm going to put this one beside it just to make sure that I put it in the same place. So I'm just going to put my tweezers on there, flip it over, and we'll do a little bit of glue. or you can put it on the page itself. I'll show you how to do that as well. So I'm just going to line these up. I hope you guys can see that. I'm lining these up, and I'm going to put that right there so that I know that it's in the same place. Probably should have done the glue on the first page. It's harder on the second one. Okay. Now this piece we know where it goes because it just goes right up against the other. So that's pretty easy. So, and on this one, whoops, instead of doing that, I'm just going to put it along just a little bit above this edge. Just a tiny bit above it so that it's kind of in the middle of this piece. And then do it like that. So there's different ways to do it. Whatever you're comfortable with is what I would do. Not me, I'm still here. Everybody who's still here, say I'm still here. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. Just curious. I'm a very curious person, for those of you that don't know me very well. Okay, I think I can do that. I'm just going to line this up on my grid page so that I can kind of see where I want to put my glue. I want to run that right about there. And then we will take this piece and put that down. There we go. All right, so we have both of our pages ready. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first page. Oh, before we do that, let's stamp our one piece that we're stamping, because we've already done the little flower for the second page, this one right here, so we don't have to worry about stamping that. And we've already done the little flowers as well. So we have all of those for the rest of this. Okay, and our ribbons. So let's go ahead and stamp this piece right here. And I'm gonna need my Highland Heather for that. And we need the stamp that says, the world is better because of you, which is right here. All right, and I'm actually going to use, you might be able to use a D block on this. Let's see. Yep, you can use a D block on that. I'm going to use an H. But you can use a D block if you don't have an H. So make sure that this one is the right side up. You want to have this little bit of a, it's kind of a beveled look on the top. So make sure you have the top up. And then just center that. I'm probably getting my head in the screen. When y'all can see my messy hair. You know, I don't have to put my hair together to be on these, so I don't usually. It's Saturday mess, you know? Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday mess. Whatever. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and I put everything with its mat for you. So it did take a little extra time, but not much. So we're going to go ahead and mat everything first because I think that helps. So we're going to put this piece on here. Isn't that beautiful? This is from the Hippo and Friends. I love all the labels they have in that set. The Hippo and Friends dies. This one doesn't have one, but that will go on top of it. Let's go ahead and do this one. So you may notice a lot of times I have all of my sheets this size, which is the 4.5 or 4.25 by 5.5 total width. And on these, I did 4.25 by 4.25. So it's nice to do some things that are different on occasion. Take a drink of water. Ah, this paper is so gorgeous. And I used the Scripty folder, embossing folder, on the Seaside Spray piece that's going to be on the top. And you can see your layout on the top of the page to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing if you get lost at all. But this purple piece is going to go, it's Highland Heather, and it's going to go on the gorgeous grape piece. Oh, we lost somebody else. Oh, we lost Christina. Bye, Christina. She's probably already gone. Okay. So this one is going to go down here, and we're going to put this one up here. This one here. I don't want to cover up too much of these flowers. And this is going to be offset. And then this is going to be up here. But before we do this piece, we need to put ribbon on it. So make sure that your words are going up, and then flip it over. And on the sides, we're going to put, whoops, I'm going to run out, you guys. I know it. I can see it now. I always run out on film. We're going to do two, and you know what? This is probably better on a grid line because we want to make sure that it's centered. So if you have your grid paper, it's going to go from 6 1/8 to the 10 1/8 mark, and that'll center it. And then you can put this to either side. So I will put this a 1/16 of an inch from that. That's really tough. Maybe I should do it like this. Put it on a 6 1/4, like that. Yeah, let's do that. So then you'll be right on the line, and then we'll do our second one right at 7 1/4, 7 3/4, sorry, like that. So if you have it on 6 1/4 here, the edge of your paper, then you're leaving a 1/4 of an inch between the two ribbons. Isn't that cool looking? I think that's so cool looking. Okay, let's go ahead and put some more tape here. I like to do that just to make sure the ribbon is solidly on there. And then we'll go ahead and put some on either end. Now, we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this, make sure your words are up. I almost put it upside down. And we're gonna put this about 3/8 of an inch away, and only about 1/8 of an inch away from the top. Okay, like so. All right, and then we're gonna put this one beside it. There, I did, I ran out. I should just start putting one of these beside me when I do a class, because I know it's gonna happen. It's just inevitable. Oh, goodness. That's because I use so much when I'm doing a class. You guys probably run out too sometimes in the middle of class. We always did when we were in live class, so why not now, right? Okay. So, and now of course it's going to run really smoothly because it's brand new. They're so slick when they're brand new. Okay, so this one, I only want this to be about 1/2 inch away from, about the same, maybe 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch away from this piece, and about the same height. I don't know why that looks off, but it is. Why does that look off? That's so weird. Hopefully it's straight. It's so hard for me to do that when I can't stand over it. Okay. And then we're going to take this piece. This is the easiest way to put these down so they end up right. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it the same distance away as this one from this edge, and only about 1/4 of an inch down from this edge, from this paper. Okay? Like so. And then it's cool. It makes a really cool looking pattern. It almost looks like you laid brick or something, if you think about it. And so we'll do the same distance between, approximately. Doesn't have to be perfect. And try to keep it the same height. Unless you're me and can't get right over it. Okay, and then this we're going to put up on dimensionals. So grab your dimensionals and go to town like I do. All right. Oh, hey! Hi, Debbie. Nice to have you. It's okay that you're late. You can always watch the replay. You can either watch it on my Facebook page or you can watch it on YouTube. I'll be putting it up after class. So give me about an hour to make sure it's up there. It takes a while to upload and stuff, but you can always watch it on YouTube too. So no problem. You're never late. You're always on time. Whenever you get here is fine. Okay, so I think we're gonna do, let's go ahead and do the flowers. Oh, who got kicked off? I didn't even see that. Somebody got kicked off. Was it Terry? I think it was Terry. Well, I'm glad you got back on. Yeah, it does that sometimes. It'll just kick you off. Who knows why? That's Facebook, you know. Okay, and I'm gonna take all these out because we're gonna need these. So we haven't used any of the pink yet. They're gonna get used on here. And FYI, you might want to follow which colors I do wear because there's more of the pink and I tried to spread it out kind of evenly. So anyway, and I'm gonna do everything with glue dots, but you can use glue. It's either way, doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna use glue dots. Okay, so we're gonna put a blue one. At least I think I'm gonna use glue dots. I know I used glue the first time around, but I want to use glue dots. I'm gonna put a blue one right here at the top. I think my glue, yeah, I think it'll cover it. Okay, and we'll take one of the purples. I'm gonna use one of the darker purples because we do have a couple shades of color, and put that one. Maybe I shouldn't use the glue dots. These are pretty big. I need my little mini ones, the little tiny ones. I mean, these are mini glue dots, but you know what I mean. I'll use the glue. I'm making it hard. Okay, so, and we want 1, 2, 3 down here, and then 1, 2, 3 up here. And we are gonna do purple, and blue, and I'm trying to use the darker blues if I can, but we only have so many of those, so. And then this one will be a blue and 2 purples. Oh shoot. I grabbed 2. Okay, like that. All right, so then we're gonna take our pearls and we wanna use the right colors because like I said, it's kind of, it's weird. It'll make sense once you see it. Okay, so we want one of the light blues at the top here. Then we're gonna do pink on this one and the next one. Oop, that one didn't stick all the way. Okay, and then we're gonna do the lavender, the really light purple here. purple posy, whatever you want to call it. Another pink on this blue. I know this is very specific, but I promise it'll make more sense once you've seen it all. We're going to do another pink here. We have a lot more of the pink, so just remember that. And then we're going to do the light purple and the dark purple. I didn't do a lot of the blue over here because there's already so much blue going on. I didn't want to, sorry, making a mess. I didn't want that to be, you know, to take away from the flowers. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these flowers here and we're gonna line them up before we put glue down. We're gonna put a blue one in the center. And then we're gonna do every other one going out. So you'll have lavender or purple, whatever, on the ends. So this will make more sense once I'm done. But okay, so you have a blue one, a lavender one, a blue one, and a lavender one, like this. And then the same thing here. And so the easiest way to do this is to put the blue one down first. My glue is being really stubborn. Okay. So we're going to put the blue one down. And then we'll put the two lavenders on either end down. And we want to stay in the same line. So try to stay the same distance apart from your paper. Hey, Lori. How are you doing? You caught us doing the layout. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Woo, that just caught me. Apologize for that. That was probably loud. Okay, and then it's easier to do these two because you can just go 1, 2 between each of these. And it may not be perfect, you guys. Don't, oh my God, now my stupid thing is going crazy. Don't fuss about it too much. It doesn't have to be perfect. But for those of you that are kind of, you know, anal retentive like me, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. That's probably not a nice thing to say on a video, but it's true. So if you're like that, like me, then you'll want it to be perfect. So, you know, just do your best. I know I have some students that are like me, so try to tell you, give you hints on how to make it be as close as possible. Okay, so we want those basically in a line. And then we're going to take our pearls, and we want the top one to be blue. Thank you for the bless yous. We're going to do a dark purple on the next one, on the blue one, then a pink. And then we'll do another pink. I know, it probably seems like, why do I have to do this a certain way? You don't. You could do whatever you want. But keep in mind, you have more pinks, and I got it spread out like as best I could on this, and I paid a lot of attention to where I was putting them. So if you don't want to have to think about it, just do what I do. Otherwise, you can do it on your own. Make whatever pattern you want. Okay, so that was dark. I did that wrong. This is supposed to be pink. Shoot, I was talking again. There I go, talking. So the bottom here is lavender, dark purple, and then the pink. All right, ta-da. So there's our first page. All right, love you too, Martha. Slightly OCD, yeah, those of us that are slightly OCD. I have OCD tendencies. Oh goodness. Okay, second page. Here we go. So grab that other stack that you have, and we're first going to put our flower together. So as we did before, just take out these couple pieces if you have them. I know some people probably managed to not get them at all, but if they didn't just fall out, you'll have them in there, but they're really easy to pop out. Okay, so we're going to take this and put a light, very light layer of glue. I really appreciate those of you that are able to catch me live. I know not everybody can, because some people work or they're doing something else, you know, they have other things they've got to get done. But I really do appreciate it that some of you are able to catch me live. I like having you on. There's some people I know that can't catch me live that I'm like, oh, I wish you could be on. It's so much fun. Okay. So we've got that on, and now we're going to do this the same way we've done before. So I'm going to cut this little nub, I guess. It's part of a stem off. And then we'll poke out the little holes, and we're going to push out the little petals. Just going to make sure I get all the little holes out first. Some of them don't like to go backwards. There we go. That one's being stubborn. Okay, then we'll push all the little petals out. It goes pretty fast. Just got to shove this in there and it'll poke them up. It's really quiet now. You can hear my dog eating probably. Yes, very happy Easter to everyone. I can't wait till you get your next kit. I've loved. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, awesome. So we have all that. So now we're just going to put some glue on this one. So remember, get little dots. Just don't put them on the petals, around the outside in particular. And then get a few in the inside here, just not on the petals. And then we're going to line that up so that we have a little shadowed edge. Oh, jeez. Let it set for a second. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to hold that with glue so I don't get any glue on anything. Okay, so let's get these done. So we're going to go ahead and mat this one. So we've got this one with the purple and blue flowers, is going on the lavender mat. Like so. We are almost done. We're in the, oh, last lap, guys. Okay, it's being stubborn. There we go. Okay, I'm pushing too hard. This is what happens when you push too hard. This is really not meant to be pushed hard on. So be gentle and just glide along your paper, because if you push, it will tear. So then this one's gonna go on, this is Rococo Rose, and it's going on Blushing Bride. Because you basically have both of those colors in the pink. Whoever asked me that question earlier, the pinks are kind of both. So I don't like that, it lumped it. Okay, there we go, fixed it. Okay, and then we've got this one here, the blue. I think these little blue flowers on the other side are so cute. It's basically like that stamp. And then this one, we want to make sure that this part is over to the right. And it's kind of backwards of how I've done a lot of mine, but we're going to put the writing portion, or you can put a picture here on this end. And just center that with these three edges. And then flip this over, and you're going to put some adhesive here. And we're going to add that last piece of ribbon. And we want to do it so that it's just at the edge of this, like that. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and put some more adhesive on. Be gentle. I gotta tell myself that, you know, seriously. I don't know why I can't be, I swear. I really think it's because I was a massage therapist and I'm just heavy-handed. I have strong hands. All right. So before I put this down, I'm actually going to grab the pink one right here. This will make it easier. So just set that other one to the side, put this one on. When you put your pink down, make sure that your dots are going in the direction you want them. I like them to go this way so that they kind of look like little hearts. And we're gonna just put this, I'm gonna grab the other one real quick and put it beside it so that I can do it at about the same location here. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Like so. And then we'll take that green piece and we'll put that about the same distance away and at the same level. Like so. And then the purple one, we're going to put on this edge the same way we did here, and just center it between these two pieces and make sure about the same distance here. It's about 1/4 of an inch from here and 1/4 of an inch from here, and about 1/2 inch from the side, maybe a little less. I don't want to mess that up. That'll be fine. Okay, and then we'll do these. I gotta do this right because it's Cheryl's. Did you leave, Cheryl? Or are you just saying Happy Easter to everybody? Are you still there? Oh, thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. Debbie, did you say you were new? Cheryl. Okay, we're going to put this up on dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those on. I want one mini dimensional for this leaf. And we'll take those off. Got people going in and out my door. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Is this your first time live? So we're going to put this down and it is going to hang off the end, okay? So that is correct. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm hanging off the end on purpose. Okay, and off this edge. All right, and then we'll take this piece and put dimensionals on that as well. Oh, did you watch yesterday live? I thought I recognized your name. I just couldn't. I'm terrible with names. So, okay, so we're going to put this one on. Again, do this kind of the shadow going to the southeast. And make sure you cover up that little edge of the top layer of the leaves. Like so. All right. So now for this one, all we have left is the flowers and pearls. So our little flowers, we're going to put up here. We're going to do one just on the other side of the ribbon, one basically overlapping the ribbon here, and then one further down and out. So basically on the edge of the paper. So we're going to do purple, blue, don't move. Oh my gosh, I'm sticky. It's sticking to me. That happens to me all the time. Okay. And then one blue down here. All right. Give that just a second here. While that's drying, we'll do a couple of dots over here. So I'm gonna do the pink right here and lavender here and a blue. I'm wondering if I gave you more than I thought. Oh no, she needs, this not supposed to be lavender, this is supposed to be pink, sorry. She needs them for her other cards. Pink. So pink, pink, blue, and then the lavender one will go up here on the purple. We need a dark purple here. And a blue. Oh, we have an extra blue. A pink one, sorry. A pink one here. Now I do have an extra blue one, which you could put anywhere that you want to. So either page that you want to put it on, you'll have an extra blue one. But that was how many flowers we had, and then I just put 3 around this hydrangea. So there you go. That is our layout. So I hope you enjoyed that, and congratulations to everybody that won the prizes. If you have any questions or you need to rewatch the video, of course that'll be on here, and then like I said, I'll post it on YouTube as well. Yeah, I figured that out, Cheryl. That was sweet of you to say Happy Easter to everybody. So, you are so welcome, and thank you so much. And I hope you had fun today, and I hope to see you next week, Friday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time live. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Happy Easter. God bless. Bye-bye.